Okay, busan for high TV Ghana baso na like no comment no share man no so de anya bi ahwe. Na ekọ enensem no say Dr. Bawumia, the most competent vice president in the fourth republic of Ghana. Aye. Or they no this about Tuja, say no, he's a flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. Eti eja the man with vision, the vision for the country in the next election eba betu no ni vision or woman Ghana for the next years ahead of us no. Yeah, in the new evolution na eba be uremu no. Ewi ase foforo na ye be komu no. Ahoto foforo na ye be uremu no. Aha ode. Na no disemi de eba betu ja na. And some of the betuja no journalists will be tie bi kruma will be tie because he's an impactful man in our generation. He's a man with destiny, as the former president said. He's on a mission also. Eti your vision betuja no journalists or mukoko tie bi no a mo analyze a very renowned journalist or mo kruma dem say nyina obi a agye se tibetire for nkwa. We ena odi ahenkan a presenter o peace FM nyina enim no ne Kwame Tekese no ne cha ne enim na okrama no say mu na o peace omo hosti peace FM morning show I very popular in this country. And omo de omo no di seme de tuja on Dr. Bawumia ni speech o man no and vision o de to Ghana for anim say Ghana for hwe so no mo to abama no 2024 you know. Omo enkasa yi mu no mo say oh they are very inspired by the vision that Dr. Bawumia had to ya. Omo say why ya there papa. Omo for yenko yenko tie omo say ma omo to ya.
Nipa nkan.
Ba me the senior lawyer. No o me impress me.
Oh yeah.
Me the make wa unti say ma kire ma dwen. Man impress me.
You mbaba yi wo.
O na me the family. What do the baba bia so very impressive no. I was here say be jina na the near ka.
The man did very well.
So well. Or touch on certain cardinal points akwa say a heartbeat of the good people of Ghana. And sembo here as Gracia oboso.
Omo for oti or hiti points are the heartbeat of Ghanaians. Even as at now. Points are or hiti so no. Nyoma Ghana for here. Enye coaching. Enye yebeti team for frasem. Enye yebetuto university team for frasem. And when we hear Ghana for enye hwema Ghana for say go kwanu do ho kan no. Hwe na be yama Ghana for. But Dr. Bawumia or hit on important issues or be cancel E-levy. Ghana for a for be a bleedy on E-levy. E-levy kwa NDC for say ena ono no tena ase no omo hihye na ode ne sa sha ase na ye de come president sign here a ne nyina ye tro because vice president enyo ono na or assent to some of these things the signature no the signature akwa ba so president and they decide omo de ne so make agent say oh say ni and they suggest amount so Dr. Bawumia Krampo no when the previous interviews are on it Peace FM for a heavy on the morning show or making it clear say oh no you can see yeah taxi the poor. Dr. Bawumia can declare so it is a number number you know say no but who be na Kevin Taylor modem some here mu twam tro na machira amanfo modwen kwa wonti ase yen to aso
Omampani to me oboso. Constitution yeah just for a stability for our democracy and I say political stability no and also oboso. And then visions are one your more person to talk E-levy out about so be twam also. Say tax net yana who can say obenya fixed rate be flat rate be.
Oh kaka no. Well, we have that to really watch it.
Very working ga. E-levy go twam no yasuma de be twam mai. So
Nane. Hey lawyer, me kwa ba hu.
Cobra.
What is the president a year reshuffle? Or the mama party she play.
amanfo moti so why ya there papa. These are popular journalists in this country. Omo no modwene o man ho. The vision on the two honu nyina no. They are very insightful. Like insight to boom is very deep. So this is the person we have to vote for. Or no one training the next generation. Generation now you baby no a technology one. And this man started it as a vice president, influencing us with what digitalization. It shows how visionary the man is. I'm for young to us near call Hanum say, Johnny Hughes. I know as TV3 for I'm a champion baako and this is journalist kɛseɛ baako a bi anim no kurom anim so no one cast and papa for aban no ho da we na Dr. Bawumia vision no beto wo sɛ obe cancel E-levy no okobisa information minister Kojo Opon ɛna Kojo Opon I lay down the facts a school in a very nice way. Very nice way school no de na ko school kama akyerɛ no sɛ nea ama mu sitie ɔma for yanko ni nkoti.
Everybody was expecting him to talk about the E-levy in much more detail than
so
the single mention of it.
So the question is, how much detail did he provide on it?
Well, if you look at it, Kojo, one would say he kind of avoided it.
No, he didn't. So first of all, he mentioned it as part of and I told you he spoke about four things. He spoke about the measures that we are taking to mitigate the impact and get us out of the current situation in which we are. And within that context, he spoke about the E-levy. I think it's true that a lot of people were expecting him to give a very detailed set of comments on the electronic transactions levy for two reasons. One, because he has been the champion of digitization in this country. And I think that is commendable. He's been one of the very first and strong voices on digitization and its impact and why we should digitize a lot more. Indeed, the fourth part of his presentation was extensively about digitization. So if a digital sphere is now attracting a levy, a lot of people were expecting him to do a connection between the two. And then secondly, he had also been on record on talking about the fact that Momo in general, we should be careful about taxing it because a lot of poor people use it. And that if you tax Momo, you'll be taxing the poor. I mean, Prophet, I think that these are the two main reasons for which people were expecting a very elaborate set of remarks from him on the subject of the electronic levy. Am I right?
Not necessarily so, but considering that of the measures that are being taken by government, the E-levy is perhaps the most significant of them all. It could not be simply worth just a mention on such a platform with such timing.
I mean, significance is...
I'm for so John Hughes no person what say Dr. Bawumia economic management team no ho nko ade waka ho bi said then this for you na ade na no waka ho bi na obo implement what E-levy entina was nka obaye na obegina ho no nka o advocate ma E-levy era ade nipa mu so ba so obetwam nto mo ntia se say Dr. Bawumia bi John say obetwa E-levy. Meanwhile, previous previous interviews wenya on the Kwame Sivakan on Meet FM or Peace, one of their radio stations, was 13 point clear say you can say here for your tax on. It's Hanum say na Kojo Opon Kroma minister started schooling now, then code through the government processes no or then a firm for young
matter we may debate because there are monetary policy measures, some of which are most significant in arresting the slide of the currency. There are some of the fiscal measures, some of which are quite draconian. 20% slap tax in expenditures, in my view, are a lot more significant than 6-point-something billion, which may not all be achieved because of the delays we have had. So the debate on significance, I won't want to go into that one. But I guess the simplest answer to this is that the E-levy is a matter that I think extensively we have, as a government, spoken to across this country and answered every single question on. I can understand why some people want to hear him do an elaborate set of remarks on it, but it should not be missed that his presentation was the third in a series of presentations by government dealing with various issues. And we have dealt extensively with the electronic transactions levy, traveling from Takrady to Koforidua to Wa to Ho and to other places, engaging the Ghanaian public, engaging in parliament, on mass media platforms, explaining the why and dealing with the fact that those two principal issues, one, digitization will not be compromised by E-levy, have to be responded to. And it's been responded to ad nauseum. The second matter of dealing with the poor, the Vice President himself was very instrumental, and I don't think I break my cabinet oath when I say this, because I believe it serves a good purpose. He was very instrumental in the cabinet meetings and the EMT meetings to ensure that his principled argument of protect the poor was upheld. And that is why the threshold of 100 Ghana cedis, which accounts for about 40% of Momo transactions on a daily basis, 40%, was excluded from this levy. So in substance, the two issues, in my view, that people would want to hear him speak to have been addressed.
Okay, Omanfo, na che say minister nsema the schoolie John Hughes no. Aye. No person mo che say so far as on the digitalization by na enam digitalization so na omo the E-levy by ni ntino. Awasenka or tiri hu say ono na o the E-levy by. Meanwhile, enyo na the E-levy by president ene minister, finance minister kenofuriata mo idea. Ono mo the E-levy by. In his interviews composed 13 point blank say you look and say taxi here for yes and new musika, and we have evidence here. I'm for young kuti.
Okay, say over 200 million transactions. Are we taxing mobile money because we have mobile money at Tuska?
Yeah.
No government revenue bill.
No, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is, for me, my view, and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. You know, someone will get sent 5 CDs on mobile money. Why would you want to tax that?
To my question.
I'm for somebody monum money massem. Dr. Bawumia can show that there's consistency in whatever thing he says. Say them comfort to one say Bawumia no me liars. I'm not person brandy or mo. I'm some brandy doom so. I'm some brandy ever scandal. Dr. Bawumia do not brandy. He is is a man of integrity. He's a man of his words. I want for high TV Ghana, Meja Mosia.